Hi guys, getting rid of the glare for this video was a nightmare. It's not a very nice day. It's one of my least favorite types of days where it's glary outside. The sun's not shining. It rains a little bit, but it's clammy. It's humid. It's sticky. It's not nice weather. Gonna go for a cycle soon. I was putting a lot of videos out and I realised that there's been quite a gap since the last one. I'm just going to move that curtain over. I don't like staying indoors with the curtain closed, but the fucking glare is really annoying me. As I say, shitty weather. It's not nice out. It's hot and sticky, but it's not warm and sunny. And I blame everybody in Ireland. If you were one who complains about the sun, I hate you. Anyone who complains about it, sorry, never mind that. Telly coming on. But yeah, one of those people who complains when it's raining or when it's sunny, and I'm like, fuck off. We don't get enough sun, and then people go, it's too hot. Oh, I can't wait for the rain. They're the same people who complain about being in work, but then when they're off work, can't wait to go back. Probably the same ones who go, the kids are back in crash, thank God, and I hate those people too. You should want to spend time with your kids as much as fucking possible, from what I can tell, but anyway, Mirtazapine, yay. So about 17 tablets left, right? So I started it at a weird time. Um, just over 2 weeks left on it. So I've almost been on 30 milligrams now for 2 weeks, and I was on 15 milligrams previous to that. Sadly, one of the side effects that has affected me recently is weight gain, and I thought it could, and it's annoying because I started losing weight. Now, as you can see, I was going on a nice trajectory. I've upped my amount of exercise and I haven't actually gotten as much cravings. It says you can really, increase your appetite, and that has been slight, it has, but nothing massive, And I'm eating a healthy breakfast, small enough lunch, but fuck it, I've gained weight. Nothing if not honest, and I always wanted to be transparent in this channel, and that's what I want to do now. But summoning the motivation to make a video has been very difficult to say the least. There's been a few really nice days as well, and I've been getting out with it, and that's the annoying part. When you are getting out, if you're sitting on your arse doing nothing, I get it completely. You're gonna gain weight, and you've no one to blame but yourself. Look, completely understand, and I've done that before, and I was like, look, I know I'm not putting in the work. I don't deserve to lose the weight, and I was perfectly happy accepting that. This is the annoying thing about antidepressants for me. I'm a chubby person. I always have been. It doesn't take much to tip the scales for me. I have to work harder than everybody else to keep the weight off. Sometimes it's about finding the weight that suits you. I've over exercised, as I've shown before, and even at that, you can still see fat, even though I was significantly underweight. So, look, yeah, that's how I am. That's my makeup. But the hypertension that I've been given, that's worrying. That's something that I want to get under control. And I said that, and I feel like I have to keep repeating myself with doctors a lot, which is very frustrating. It really is. Because then they'll go, oh, statin time. Statins make brittle bones, which leads to rheumatoid arthritis. Luckily I researched this stuff, but I was so anxious and overwhelmed. And that was without medication, that was without alcohol, I might say. And that's what led me to drinking when I did. And as we know, sat on a bridge contemplating the meaning of life. And I did, there's no two ways about it. There was very little stopping me from tipping myself over, but thank God there was enough. And I also think, look, if I'm low on energy, at least I don't have the energy to go off and do something stupid. Fingers crossed. I'm getting impatient now. I've been getting up, I've been doing stuff every day without fail. I've done stuff around the house, and I feel like I can't win half the time, because my mum will give out about the way I wash the dishes. We have to get a new dishwasher, so we're washing them by hand, and she'll give out to me about the way I do that. My brother will give out to me about what I'm listening to. This phone doesn't have anything that you can connect headphones to. You have to get AirPods for it. I usually listen to stuff in the toilet, when I put something on, or when I'm doing the dishes, I'll listen to something. They complain about that. My brother complained yesterday when I asked him. It's actually so easy to set him off. I said, you know Rabah Slimani, well, maybe you don't, but he's a French rugby player, Rabah Slimani, Rabah. We were watching highlights of France against New Zealand rugby, and I saw Rabah Slimani, who plays for Leinster. And I said simply to my brother, "Oh yeah, you know a lad called Rabba, don't you?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk about school. Will you get?" And I was like, "Fucking hell!" But it'd be put back on me if I go, Jesus, Jesus Louise, what's up with you? It's always like I'm the one that sets people off, even when I'm clearly not. It's like that's an overreaction. And I thought he played football with a guy called Rabba, so I'm always the bad guy. That's how I feel, no matter what I fucking say. And I'm the one that does the most. My mum complains about how I wash the dishes. And my argument to her is, well, then don't give out to me if they're not done because you don't like the way I do them. You know what I mean? And I haven't got the fucking energy. I haven't got the fucking energy to argue. Um, I'm sick of it. And it feels like them against me. It does, and that could be me being paranoid, sure. Yeah, look, it could be. I am a paranoid person. What's that? um, I'm a lot less paranoid though on Mirtazapine than I was without it, I will say. I was so fucking anxious and so aggro. I didn't like that, because I'd be waiting for someone to do something that'd piss me off. And I'd be like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be like this. You know what I mean? You ever catch yourself being a way you don't want to be, but you just are? Coming on and off medication and waiting around for a doctor to give me a diagnosis is doing my fucking head in. Like last week was amazing. The weather was beautiful, and I used it, cycled, swam, walked. I'm so active, and yet I'm after gaining weight. So I'm like, fuck this. That's how I really feel. Fuck this. Do you know what I mean? And I kind of had a feeling it would happen. But I've been working my arse off. 20 kilometre cycles. Literally since I got the bike, I've been cycling miles. I've been walking as well. On top of that, I haven't been drinking fizzy drinks, which I love. I absolutely fucking love them. That's a hard one for me. Sparkling water actually helps me a lot with that. So I feel like if I have something sweet to eat, it's like, oh well, I'm doing well with everything else, and then if you do a lot of exercise, you think you've burnt more calories than you have, and so there's that. Fun, fun, fun. Tomorrow I'll be off alcohol a month, and then previous to that, I was off for 51 days, which also got me into an argument because my brother said, "Oh, it's frightening that you know that," and I was like, "Why is that frightening? That's a good thing. I'm keeping track of how long I haven't drank." He's like, "Well, that sounds like an alcoholic," and I said, "That's what my addiction counselor has told me to keep track of it, because that's what works. How long has it been? Notice patterns. Write it down. Look at Gordon Ramsay. Write it down. Fuck off." um. So yeah, very frustrating. I feel like I'm sitting around doing nothing, even though I clearly am doing stuff, and I have been. I've been so fucking busy, and I've been job hunting, and now I've lost the will. I've lost the will, to be honest. People be like, "Oh, indeed, have a job here, Irish jobs." You go in, you don't get it. You're like, "Fuck this, fuck you, fuck off." You know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. People who are depressed, you just want to tell the world to fuck off, don't you? Um, like I get it if you are sitting around on your arse doing nothing, but I'm not. I never have. I've always been active. Even at my lowest lows, I dragged my arse into work. If I was late, yep, so be it, but I still made it in. It's like you're waiting for every possible hour not to go in. I'm just going to get a bit of caffeine into me. So yeah, and I've been watching videos from Aware Ireland, and seminars that they do on dealing with trauma, dealing with depression, all those sorts of things, and all those fun topics that we love so much. But you look at them and you think, right, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to go back and carpe diem, seize the day. go into a job that you're not trained properly, and then the cycle repeats itself. You end up depressed, then you're back at square one. But the thing is, the depression keeps getting worse because you're like, I'm older now. I should have achieved all these things, and then social media plays a role in that. Of course, it fucking does. Where you're comparing yourself to your friends, they have it all together. I mean, nobody has it all together really, but I have done so many things. I really have. And I've been active. I've been trying. I've been trying so fucking hard. And this channel is something that has given me a focal point. That's annoying. It's like writer's block almost. I was only looking up Stephen King yesterday, and The Stand. He had the series was remade on Paramount Plus. If anyone recommends it, let me know because I'm thinking of getting that platform. Let me know if it's worth getting or not. Please, any recommendations are greatly appreciated. Yeah, 17 more days of Mirtazapine, and then we'll see how we go from there. I have to go back, meet the doctor. I want to get an update and see, because I need to see a psychiatrist ASAP. Because I get to a stage where I feel like I'm going to end my life. Then start a new medication, feel productive, get a lot of shit done, and then I'm like, I don't need to see anybody, I'm fine. And then that's how it kind of goes from there. Then after that, I get really frustrated, get really pissed off, say, oh, I can't do anything on this medication because this is the stage now, when you're working hard and you're not losing weight. Like, I'm training harder than I was before with less motivation and I'm gaining more weight. You know what I mean? And I'm not drinking fizzy drinks. I'm not eating as much shit as I want to eat. I'm having a little bit, but not that much. And I've got to eat, I've got to fucking eat. Sometimes my brain gets so cloudy, I can't even think of what to do next. What am I going to make for myself? What am I going to do today? I can't plan anything out really. It's not easy to do. So yeah, it's an update, guys. I hope to get back to making videos soon, but there's a few things going on at the minute that I need to sort out, and thought I'd make a video there just giving you an update on what's happening. It's not been easy. It's starting to plateau now, and I feel like the meds are, and they're doing something. Whether it's all good, I'm not sure. But look, fingers crossed. We'll get there. We'll get there. Keep the comments coming. Keep the likes and everything flowing in. I'm only 17 subscribers away from 500, which is my goal. So please help me get there. That's a goal of mine that I want to achieve before the end of the year, and hopefully have the energy to do that. But with your help, certainly will. So appreciate every single one of you. Robin Woodbury, really appreciate you. Mega Husky, shout out to you. Greg Belt, as always, shout out to you, massive one. Then we have, of course, Leah G, 8010, hope you're doing well. Mick Garn. We also have Shawnee, the wonderful Shawnee, we love you, Shawnee. Um, Beans. Remember Beans from Even Stevens, that's all I always think of. Um, we've Rebel as well. So yeah, hope you're all doing well, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.